All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the #1 place to get better at League of Legends. I am Neace. It is time. I just got back from my fucking long run. A long run, like 7 miles. I was running. I was Forrest Gumping it. And I'm here. Got a funny story for you guys that just came up. Oh, God. This is great. Look at this shit. Deft says he created a custom lobby with a password with 9 bots all day to make it seem like DRX was scrimming 24/7 leading up to the finals. Oh, this is great. Basically, Deft and Carrier texted each other throughout the tournament, and Carrier told him they were going to destroy DRX 3-0, while Deft told Carrier that DRX is screwed and they will lose 0-3. They also told each other before the finals they aren't scrimming, even though they're with NA players. Then each team saw that they were scrimming because they had lobbies in the tournament server. So from that point on, Deft logged in and created a custom lobby with 9 bots and left it on all day, making it seem like DRX was scrimming nonstop. He also said Kyria and him shared picks and ban strats throughout the tournament because they didn't think they would meet in the finals. So in the finals, they both knew what each other was going to pick. Basically, he also said that he hated playing in a solo queue because the picks were weird. Janna every game. Yumi Kai's a duo. Terrible duo bot. Also, 50 ping was terrible. If he got used to 50 ping, he would get screwed in stage games. And said that in his first game, his Morgana went AFK for a bit because Morgana dropped his ashtray on his keyboard. So that left a bad impression. This is like... This shit is too funny, man. It's just too funny. I can't. The new votes are poorly designed. That I agree with. Yeah, so today we're talking about the changes. the new changes. The new season changes. And what we like and what we don't like. Or what I like and what I don't like. But the thing is I'm going to talk about my observations right now. And what I've seen being strong and what I've seen being weak. And how things are looking to me at the moment. But yeah, let's see here. The new votes are poorly designed. First of all, the votes themselves just look plain bad. You had such a nice, clean looking and easy to use template during votes. Instead of using that, you use a new look that's harder to see at a glance and has very tiny indicators I have to look over. I can't count them in the corners. It's like Surrender Y. They're just ugly and don't fit in with the game borders. Agree. Also, the new objective voting takes up a lot of space. I don't know about you guys, but I literally just click a button. Like, has anybody actually been playing the new season yet? Because this is true. Every time I see the votes pop up, I instantly click them off. Like, I just click yes or no. I don't even care. I don't even give a shit. Because I just feel like... I don't know. I just feel like I just don't want it on my screen. That has been my vibe. Do we have any like data tracking on this yet? Oh, okay. Early view on impact. Okay. Oh, let's look at these. This is a pretty good rundown. This is a good backdrop for my opinions. So this guy has the hot. Let's shout this dude out. A dead man's name. Early view on 12/22 impact version 1. Korea data mostly, which is where I play. I'll try to make 3 posts at a time, waiting 24 hours after each one. So this will be a super early view with lack of data. This one will be a short overview only, and please take everything with a grain of salt. This is overall ranked in super early data. So yeah, basically, super early data means it's not a huge sample, but I can kind of chime in on what I'm noticing here. Top win rate champs. Echo Jungle. 54% with a 7% pick rate. New jungle seems to work really well for him. Okay, so Echo was already doing well at the end of last season. The Golems changes really help Echo. The invade changes really help Echo. And the Golems are easier to take now. Invades are harder to pull off now. In jungling in general. And I'm gonna be honest, from what I can tell, Echo is just in a really strong spot. Fiora doing really well makes total sense because Ravenous is strong. So basically, if you play Fiora right now, you could just do the build that you were already doing and get good value. And this guy's saying that it might be worth to rush Ravenous. I haven't tried that. But yeah, as a second item, that's already what she was usually doing anyways, so it's not like anything really changed. Brand support. Yeah, that one makes no sense. Nocturne Jungle! Called that, didn't I? Didn't I call that shit? The reason why is because, again, golems are easier to clear. He's got good sustain, harder to invade early. He's just... You know, he's chilling. He's absolutely chilling. Nami support. Yeah, it could be weird. Heimer support. Warwick jungle. Heimer support is just doing well in general after Worlds. Warwick jungle. I'm not really sure why Warwick would be doing that well. I guess sustain, taking a hit across the board. Maybe junglers with good sustain just like this jungle. I would also imagine that Scuttle Crab being later as another detail here. Scuttle Crab spawning at 330 means a champion like Echo can just full clear and be able to contest Scuttle and not feel like he's just falling behind as a result. Worst win rates on champs right now. K-Sante might legitimately be worth dodging in ranked. Rise mid, same thing. Shaco jungle, I'm surprised to see Shaco jungle do as bad as he can. Oh yeah, Warwick can multi-clear camps. True, I didn't even really think about that. That's a good point. Shaco jungle, oh, probably because they haven't figured out his clear yet, right? His clear is different now. True. That would make sense. Kindred jungle, that would also make sense. Because, again, invading's weaker. Aphelios is whack, and he's always going to be whack. Specific champs. Ezreal. Iceborne Gauntlet seems okay, but Trinity's still by far his best mythic. Camille, similar to Fiora, gained a boost. Again, if you're doing Ravenous in your build paths, then you obviously like this new, this patch, right? Sion had a huge drop. Most top and jungle tanks lost out on win rate, but Sion especially. Neela comes out huge. Lilia seems stronger. Let's see. Short lane summary. Seems like magic damage support has gained a spike with tank support items still being fine. Bot lane, except for Neela, nothing's really changed. Similar to bot, not a lot is really different. Tanks, except for Shen, are mostly underperforming. Okay, so tanks are a lot weaker even after the changes. Jungle, similar to jungle top, most tanks fell down by a few percent. At least Sejuani stayed above. So, this is pretty funny to me. This guy's talking about Roa doesn't get used a lot, but when it does, it seems really weak. I have not experienced the same thing. I feel like yesterday, at least in my short series of games, every game that someone got Roa, it seemed like they were just dominating mid. So I have no idea if that was just like a fluke or what. But I always keep saying that getting XP as part of your build, if you're breaking even or winning lane, that's super strong. That's been my take. Ravenous seems to be bonkers on all its users, Camille and Fiora, but it also breaks through on Riven and Aurelia. Pretty much everyone who can build AD is sustained to split, push, and snowball side lanes. It's obviously OP. I expect the hot fix. Spear looks strong, but more balanced than Ravenous. It's very strong on Riven and Jax. Shojin seemed weaker than I remembered it last time. So I kind of disagree with some of the stuff in here. I feel like Roa wasn't even that bad. And I feel like Spear is like weak. Navori's too early for data. Yeah, it's not great. Tank mythics. Tanks are weak. Tanks are weak. This is not a tank meta yet. Just FYI. Let's look at the data for ourselves. So this guy pulled data of like all. Let's just do some different regions to see some trends here, starting with jungle, I guess. This sample is so small though. Karthus is out of control, my guy. Karthus is out of control. No one plays Karthus in gold, I guess. Is Karthus always this out of control? I feel like the Nocturne games are me. I feel like I'm the Nocturne games. Wild stuff. Nidalee's doing well. Yeah, this data is too early to tell anything. But the jungle got thrown for a loop. The jungle got thrown for a giga loop. Like, look at these win rate disparities. What in the fuck? Dude, this season is out of control already. I feel like... Here's my observations right now. If you like playing top lane, now's the time. There's some good picks in here. Any side laner is like getting bonus XP that's pushing them over the edge in a lot of situations. Obviously Fiora is my go-to for a reason, but I don't know. She's probably gonna get nerfed like a motherfucker because of this shit. But yeah, all the tops are sitting pretty right now. Even Garen, the homie Garen. Even Garen's liking this patch, dudes. Garen's loving it. Garen's loving life. I think when we really dig down into it, this season is a clusterfuck. Here's my takes. So I read the post. I'll say what I think. Right now, I think Ro is actually quite good. I think Spear Shojin's weak, and you should probably avoid it. Even though I know we probably will have a clickbait video saying that it's strong-ish. Not really that strong. I feel like the reason Shojin was broken for quite some time was because of the CC locking that you could do with it, but you can't really do that anymore. So I don't think it's all that great, personally. Maybe on a couple users. But if it doesn't really impact CC too much, I'm not so sure yet. Maybe Trinamir or something could get value with it with like a bruiser build or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like champions that could use it sometimes, but Jax and Riven are the only ones, and maybe Renekton. Renekton used to use it. Nocturne used to use it, but the same thing is that like it's CC. Like you lose if you don't get the CC quickly, it's not really worth it. Objective voting does feel kind of like a pop-up ad. It's like it's just kind of there, and it takes up too much real estate, and I don't really know what the better solution is, because their solution makes sense in theory. If you ping the Baron or you ping the Dragon, a thing pops up and people can vote. It makes sense. You know what it is? I think if people could just ping it instead of voting, and instead of it being like such a huge pop-up, I think it would be fine. Does that make sense? Like right now, if you're in a game of League, like imagine the full screen of League, it takes up like this much fucking space, like on the side of your screen, right? But what if it was just like half of that, and you could just vote by pinging it? Like, I don't know why I have to vote, right? When it could just be in the game. Like, there should be a button you could press, surely, but like, make it a lot smaller and make pinging just be good enough. Like, if you danger ping, that's a no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get that. I get that you can already vote yes, but you can't vote no. Does that make sense? You can't say no with a danger ping. That's the problem. That's the problem with it. If a danger ping doesn't vote no, does it? Am I wrong? Well, we could test. I mean, we could test. Hold on. I think we can test it, right? If they already did that, then yeah, they just need to make the damn thing smaller then, right? Okay, here we go. Well, pings aren't doing anything. Well, now it came through. Oh. Huh. If you danger ping on it, and if you attack ping it, it works. But if I danger ping, I have to click the dragon, but I can just go like this. Huh, weird. Not gonna lie to you, there's not a lot to report in the news, so I guess what I could talk about today is my findings. Marin. Who was Marin? Marin. Why is his name so familiar? He's a coach? A new head coach for Team Liquid. Oh, he was a... Wait, he's never coached, right? Yeah, he's never coached. He was the top laner. Yeah, he was the top laner. That's right. Got it. And so now he's coaching Team Liquid. How weird. I wonder how that went. Is he just like, I want to live in NA now? Let me try to get in like a coaching gig. Well, I find it very interesting. You go from you're playing as a top laner for years and years and years as a pro player. You kind of hide away for a few years, and then you say, oh, I'm gonna coach Team Liquid now. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I'm intrigued. Does he speak English? He had to get the job, right? Impressive. Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I hope it goes well, but this is one of those things where it's a head scratcher. It's a head scratcher move for sure, because it almost seems arbitrary. Like he just randomly, he woke up one day, he's like, I'm gonna coach in LCS. Yeah, but I guess, like I said, I should talk about my findings. So currently in the jungle meta, I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, my experiences in Korea solo queue are a little different than what I think you guys are probably experiencing. So I'm going to give you guys some quick pointers on this this meta right now. So the first things I'm noticing, and I'm going to verify this actually. Let's look. Are we on? I'm about to log in and play after I do a quick scan of like a VOD. I've been playing jungle pretty exclusively right now on the new season, and you know, I've been getting frustrated with my server, but I don't think this is necessarily indicative of the entire player base, although some of it is, I guess. The first thing I want to talk about right now is the different pets and what feels broken right now to me. So right now in the jungle, I have to say the blue pet feels like the most valuable. So basically, of all the things that you can get in League of Legends, move speed has always been regarded as like the premier stat. And so the way that the jungle pets work is that each jungle pet does a different thing. So basically, this is your damage pet. This is your move speed pet. This is your tanky pet. Now, why is this relevant? Well, in my tests, it seems like because you don't get these until later in the game, move speed seems to be the thing that's actually really, really valuable as the game goes on. Being able to rotate. Move speed has just always been the most valuable stat in the game. It's hard to get move speed. Well, I shouldn't say it's hard to get move speed. It's more that just like in general, when you talk about how to nerf a champion, you just nerf their move speed. And I feel like in the jungle, it's no different. It constantly feels like going the blue pet has given me more value once I evolve it than the other ones, and mainly because it takes so long to evolve the thing. Like the evolution is just most felt, at least in my opinion. So if you want my take, I mean, obviously if you're playing a tank, there might be an exception to the rule here. If you're playing like a damage dealer, there may be exceptions, but I just feel like you put the blue pet on anything and you're probably happy that you did it. That's just been my read so far, and I would love to have that opinion change. It's just seems to be the best. The other thing that I wanted to talk about right now is my experiences, my frustrating experiences with you know, maybe it is just Korea solo queue, but it's also just jungle in general. So right now, here's how the jungle works. These are trials that I have personally put myself through recently. So the reason I say I'm getting frustrated is because I feel like the only way right now to play jungle, to me, is to play really, really aggro. And I'm going to explain why. So like right now, Golems is faster clear than it's ever been. Okay, so you get level 3 from red side a lot faster than you used to. Right. So let's say, for example, that I go red, chickens, Golems, and then gank bottom. Okay. Usually what would happen to you if you do this, so say you go bam, 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 and you gank bottom. Enemy jungler would usually see you doing this and would go into your top side and try to take it. Now, if I go bam, 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 and clear and go into bot side and kill the bot lane, right, and press B, I can actually defend from the invade with an item lead. I'm going to say that again so you understand why this is significant. So I can go bam, bam, bam in solo queue, gank the lane, get a kill or not, right? I could still press B and defend the cross map invade from this red. Now, why is this significant right now? First of all, I can't tell if my opinion is being tainted because that's all everybody's doing. But basically, guys, what you need to realize is that it's almost never worth it to go across when you see this now. It feels like this happened to me yesterday. I was playing Wukong. I went bam, 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 and I started moving here across mid. I see a Graves gank. I start moving across The gank happens. I go into wolves. I take wolves. I try to take blue. I'm getting pushed off the blue. I think I die. So, what does this mean? Well, guys, if you're a power farming jungler, you're better off just power farming than trying to go across to the other side of the fucking map and invade. Like, so say you start red and you see there's a bam, 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 and you get here, and then you look bottom, and then your bot lane's getting ganked or whatever, right? Your bot lane's getting ganked. You look down here and you see this, and you're on chickens. You're better off just clearing. It's just, well, all right, boys. Sorry, I should have been there. Then going down there, because if you go, if they're going across, because if you go across, you're gonna lose the trade. You lose the trade anyways. You go in here, you get less camps. So he got a kill. He's got an item or two, and you get one camp. He comes and kills you if you stay, if you try to clear everything. So yeah, that's kind of been my read. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is right now, other than just be a part of the fight. So I have been just, if I'm, if I see the enemy jungler start on this side, I will literally just 3 camp and meet that. I will just 3 camp and be here and just gank and then back and do the same thing. So, yeah, I don't think I'm okay with the changes, right? But I don't think this is what I don't know how to fix this. I actually don't know how to fix this. I guess just accept it is what it is. And then so you could do a 3 camp and then just gank top or something. That could be your alternative. It would be basically you just weak side your bot lane immediately. You've chosen to do that because it to me doesn't feel very good to, I mean, you could gank top and then invade the top side. But again, if this guy pulls off again, he gets to be in here and it takes you forever. You'd be again better off to just take the kill back and then clear bot side. So that's just been my experience so far. That and just rush a Ravenous, which by the way reminds me I have to check something here. So Ravenous is hold on a second. Ravenous is 3,400. That's the same as it was, right? Okay, 34. No, it's up. Okay, so and then Roa would be, they haven't given me the English. Here we go. Roa is now 2,800. So basically, guys, the new mini patch is already out. Just so you know, just so you're tracking, everybody's on the same page here. These champions here just got buffed, okay? So you have Rammus getting a buff. Shaco's boxes got fixed, so Shaco does a lot more damage now and is clear. Amumu is E reduction. He got a buff. Kindred got an attack speed buff. Ivern got his buff. System buffs. Jock Show has gotten a buff. Radiant Virtue has got a buff. Roa gets a buff, and then Ravenous gets a nerf. So Ravenous is still very good. Ravenous is still very good. But it's not as like giga broken to the point of where you should probably be rushing it anymore, I don't think. So yeah, that's where we're at right now in the patch. Honestly, I was gonna do a VOD review, but I kind of just want to play. So yeah, let's get into Angry Neace mode and grind it out.